What if the good you have been waiting for is already trying to reach you, but you have become so used to carrying everything alone that you move away before it can touch your life? This tiny daily shift can make receiving feel natural. It does not ask you to become a different person. It does not ask you to force a perfect thought, pretend that everything is easy, or believe something your heart is not ready to believe. It asks for something much smaller. When a kind word comes, let it stay. When help appears, do not rush to prove that you do not need it. When a peaceful moment finds you, do not fill it with the next worry. When your body asks for rest, do not turn that need into a reason to judge yourself. Let one good thing reach you fully. You may have spent years learning how to give. You know how to notice what other people need. You know how to keep going when you are tired. You know how to solve problems, carry responsibilities, and make yourself useful. But perhaps no one taught you how to remain still when care turns toward you. Perhaps receiving has felt strange. Perhaps a compliment makes you uncomfortable. Perhaps kindness makes you wonder what will be expected in return. Perhaps ease feels unsafe because you are always waiting for something to go wrong. This does not mean there is something wrong with you. It means your heart learned to protect itself. It learned to stay prepared. It learned that giving felt safer than needing, and working felt safer than waiting. But you are allowed to learn something new now. You are allowed to discover that support does not always come with a hidden price. You are allowed to let warmth remain warm. You are allowed to feel a good moment without asking how long it will last. You are allowed to receive without becoming weak, selfish, careless, or dependent. The shift begins here. Instead of asking, "How quickly can I return this?" you can quietly notice, "Something kind is here." Instead of saying, "It was nothing," you can let appreciation reach the part of you that worked so hard. Instead of pushing peace away, you can give it a place to rest inside you. You do not have to open your whole life in a single moment. You only need to stop closing the door so quickly. You may not have chosen this pattern with words. You may never have sat down and decided that you would become uncomfortable with receiving. It may have happened slowly, through many small moments that taught you to rely only on yourself. Perhaps you learned that asking for help created tension. Perhaps your needs were treated as too much. Perhaps people praised you when you were strong, quiet, useful, and easy to depend on. So you became the one who handled things. You became the one who did not ask. You became the one who smiled and said you were fine, even when something inside you wanted to be held. Over time, being needed may have begun to feel like love. Giving may have felt like safety. Doing everything alone may have felt like control, and receiving may have felt like standing in an open space without knowing what would happen next. It is okay to understand this gently. You do not need to blame yourself. You do not need to blame anyone else. You can simply notice that your heart found a way to protect you, and that protection may no longer be needed in every moment. You may be very good at offering care and still feel nervous when care comes back to you. You may enjoy giving gifts, but feel embarrassed when someone gives something to you. You may tell other people to rest while pushing yourself beyond your own limits. You may remind someone else that they are worthy while secretly believing that you must earn every good thing that enters your life. This is more common than you think. Receiving can touch old fears. What if you accept kindness and the person later changes? What if you rest and fall behind? What if you let yourself hope and become disappointed? What if you need someone and they are not there? What if a good moment disappears as soon as you trust it? These questions may live quietly beneath the surface. They may appear as tension in your shoulders when someone offers help. They may appear as a quick joke when someone praises you. They may appear as the need to repay every act of care immediately so you never feel that you owe anything. Your mind may call this independence, but sometimes it is fear wearing the clothes of strength. Real strength does not mean refusing everything. Real strength includes knowing when to carry and when to let yourself be carried for a little while. A tree does not become weak because the earth holds its roots. The roots go deep, but they do not hold themselves in empty air. They receive water, they receive minerals, they receive the quiet support of the soil. That support does not take away the tree's strength. It is part of the tree's strength. You are allowed to have roots. You are allowed to be supported by something beyond your own effort. You are allowed to need warmth, care, rest, encouragement, and honest connection. And if a part of you is wondering whether these words are really for you, they are. You did not arrive at this moment because you failed. You arrived because something inside you is ready to stop turning every need into a private battle. You may have told yourself that you will rest when everything is finished, but there is always something else to finish. You may have told yourself that you will receive love when you are more confident, more successful, more calm, more attractive, more certain, or more healed. But worthiness does not wait at the end of a perfect journey. Your worth is already here, even on the days when you feel unsure. You may have told yourself that receiving must look dramatic. A major change, a perfect answer, a sudden opening. But receiving often begins in very ordinary ways. It begins when you let someone hold the door without feeling guilty. It begins when you taste your food instead of rushing through it. It begins when you hear a sincere compliment and resist the urge to argue. It begins when you sit down before your body has to beg. It begins when you notice a quiet moment and let it remain quiet. It begins when you accept that you do not have to solve tomorrow tonight. Take a moment and ask yourself a gentle question. When was the last time you allowed something kind to reach you without making yourself smaller, changing the subject, or planning how to repay it? You do not need to answer perfectly. You can simply notice what rises within you. Maybe you remember a moment when someone said something beautiful about you, and you laughed because receiving the words felt too exposed. Maybe you remember a time when help was offered, but you said no, even though you needed it. Maybe you remember feeling peaceful, then searching your mind for a problem because peace felt unfamiliar. There is no shame in any of this. You are seeing the pattern now. Seeing it is not failure. Seeing it is the beginning of freedom. You can start allowing small things. A warm drink held between your hands, a clean pillow beneath your head, the quiet strength of the ground under your feet, a message that reminds you that someone thought of you, a task that turned out to be easier than expected, a moment when your breath became soft without being forced. These things may seem simple. That is why they are powerful. Your heart can learn through small, safe experiences. It does not need to be pushed into trust. It can be shown little by little that not every good thing will be taken away, used against you, or turned into a debt. You are safe to learn at your own pace. You are safe to keep your boundaries while allowing kindness. You are safe to receive what feels honest and decline what does not. Receiving does not mean opening yourself to everything. It does not mean ignoring your wisdom. It does not mean saying yes when your heart says no. Healthy receiving includes choice. You can welcome care and still protect your peace. You can accept support and still think for yourself. You can let someone help and still remain capable. You can be grateful without becoming responsible for another person's feelings. This is not about taking from life. It is about no longer refusing every gentle thing that life places in your hands. Begin with what feels possible. You do not need to begin with the biggest dream in your heart. You do not need to imagine that everything changes at once. You can begin with the next small moment that asks nothing from you except your willingness to notice it. A soft blanket can be received. A quiet room can be received. A kind sentence can be received. A slower breath can be received. The feeling of being understood can be received. You have spent enough time believing that only difficult things are real. Ease is real too. Tenderness is real. Support is real. A simple moment of comfort does not become less valuable because it is small. Let this thought settle gently within you. I allow small forms of goodness to reach me. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to hold them tightly. You only allow yourself to recognize them when they arrive. A good thing may be as simple as having enough time to finish what matters. It may be an unexpected answer. It may be someone listening without trying to correct you. It may be the relief of changing your mind. It may be the freedom of realizing that something is not yours to carry. You can notice it. You can let it touch your day. you can allow the moment to be complete before moving on. I am learning to notice support while it is here. For a long time, you may have noticed problems faster than you noticed support. Your mind may have become skilled at searching for what could go wrong. This skill may have helped you through uncertain times. You do not need to hate that part of yourself. You can thank it for trying to protect you. And now you can teach it another way to look. You can notice the problem without missing the help. You can see what needs care without forgetting what is already steady. You can prepare wisely without living inside fear. Support may be quiet. It may not arrive with a dramatic sign. It may be hidden in a clear thought, a useful answer, an open hour in your day, or the simple strength to make the next decision. Your life does not need to become perfect before you begin to receive. I can receive comfort without waiting for every problem to disappear. Comfort is not a reward saved for the end of your struggles. You are allowed to feel comfort in the middle of an unfinished life. You can be uncertain and still enjoy warmth. You can be tired and still deserve gentleness. You can have questions and still rest for a while. There may be things you are working through. There may be feelings that need time. There may be decisions that are not ready. Comfort does not deny any of that. It gives you a softer place from which to meet it. Think of a small harbor during changing weather. The sea beyond it may still be moving. The sky may still be unclear, but inside the harbor, the water has space to settle. You are allowed to have small harbors in your day. A few quiet minutes, a hand resting over your heart, a room where you do not need to explain yourself, a conversation that feels honest, a simple meal eaten without rushing. These moments do not solve everything. They do something equally important. They remind you that your whole life is not made of struggle. I let appreciation enter without arguing against it. When someone sees something good in you, you may feel the need to correct them. They may tell you that you did well, and your mind begins listing everything you could have done better. They may say that you are kind, and you remember every moment when you were impatient. They may say that you look peaceful, and you think of the worry you carried earlier. But appreciation is not asking you to prove that you have never made a mistake. It is simply naming something beautiful that is present. You can receive the words without turning them into a debate. You can let a compliment remain a compliment. You can say thank you and allow the sentence to rest. The person does not need you to become perfect before their appreciation can be true. You can be growing and still be worthy of praise. You can be learning and still have done something well. You can have difficult days and still carry something beautiful within you. Let kind words find a place inside you, not because every opinion must define you, but because sincere appreciation is allowed to reach your heart. I do not need to shrink when kindness turns toward me. You may have learned to become smaller when attention became warm. Perhaps being seen once felt unsafe. Perhaps praise made you worry that more would be expected. Perhaps you feared that if people saw your gifts, they would also watch for your mistakes. So you learned to hide inside modesty. You lowered your voice. You dismissed your effort. You made your success sound accidental. You changed the subject. You praised someone else before allowing yourself to be acknowledged. Humility does not require you to disappear. You can be grateful and still accept that you contributed something valuable. You can remain gentle without denying your strength. You can honor other people without erasing yourself. Kindness can turn toward you, and you can remain present. You do not need to run away from the warmth. You do not need to perform for it. You do not need to become someone else to keep it. You can simply let yourself be seen in a quiet, honest way. I am allowed to enjoy what is good before I know how long it will last. This may be one of the hardest forms of receiving. Your mind may believe that enjoying something makes you less prepared to lose it. It may tell you not to become too happy, not to trust the calm, not to settle into love, not to enjoy the progress because everything can change. This is the mind trying to protect you from disappointment. But refusing joy does not prevent change. It only removes the joy from the present moment. You do not need a promise of forever before you allow yourself to enjoy today. A beautiful sky does not need to remain forever to be worth seeing. A warm conversation does not need to answer every future question to be meaningful. A peaceful evening does not need to guarantee a peaceful year. This moment can be enough for this moment. You can let goodness be real without demanding that it never change. You can enjoy what is here without gripping it. You can appreciate the warmth without asking it to prove the future. Receiving becomes easier when you stop asking every good thing to guarantee that you will never hurt again. Let today offer what it can offer. Let this hour be what it is. Let the good in front of you be received in the time it has been given. I welcome rest before exhaustion chooses it for me. You may have learned to stop only when your body leaves you no choice. You work until your thoughts become heavy. You continue until simple things feel difficult. You wait until your patience is gone. Then you call rest necessary because you can no longer move. But rest does not need to arrive as an emergency. You are allowed to sit before you collapse. You are allowed to slow down while you still have strength. You are allowed to protect your energy instead of rebuilding it after every demand. Rest is not proof that you have failed to keep up. Rest is part of how you stay connected to yourself. Think of the quiet roots beneath the earth. They do not rush through the soil. Their work happens in darkness, without applause, without visible movement. They take in what they need. They hold steady. They grow in ways that cannot always be seen from above. Your quiet moments also have value. Your stillness may be doing work that your busy mind cannot measure. Your nervous thoughts may soften. Your feelings may become clearer. Your body may release effort that it has carried for too long. You do not need to explain this rest. You do not need to earn it through pain. You can receive it as part of being alive. I can accept help without losing my strength. Help may have felt dangerous because you did not want to depend on someone who might leave, disappoint you, control you, or remind you of what they gave. Your caution makes sense, but not every helping hand is a trap. Not every offer carries a hidden demand. Not every form of support takes something away from you. You can receive wisely. You can listen to your inner sense. You can accept what feels clean and respectful. You can decline what feels heavy, confusing, or controlling. Strength is not measured by how many burdens you can carry without support. Sometimes strength is the honesty to say, this would be easier with help. Sometimes strength is letting an other person contribute. Sometimes strength is allowing life to become lighter without feeling guilty about the lightness. You remain yourself when someone helps you. Your ability does not disappear. Your value does not become smaller. You are not less capable because you allowed another pair of hands to share the weight. A bridge is not weak because it rests on more than one support. Your life can also be held by more than your own effort. I receive care without turning it into a debt. You may feel a strong need to repay kindness immediately. Someone gives you time and you search for a way to return it. Someone supports you and you begin worrying about what you owe. Someone offers warmth and you feel pressure to become whatever they need. This can make receiving exhausting. The moment care arrives, your mind turns it into a task. But real care is not always a transaction. Sometimes kindness is given because someone wants to give it. Sometimes love expresses itself through a meal, a message, a ride, a patient ear, or a quiet act of help. You can be grateful without creating a private contract. You can appreciate someone without giving away your boundaries. You can receive a kind act without promising unlimited access to your time, your energy, or your heart. Healthy care leaves room for freedom. It does not place a chain around the gift. It does not ask you to abandon yourself. You can let care be care. You can let kindness complete its journey by allowing it to reach you. I am worthy of support even when I am not performing well. You may feel easier to love when you are productive. You may feel more comfortable receiving support when you can show that you have been trying hard. Perhaps you believe that tiredness must be proven before rest is allowed. Perhaps pain must become visible before comfort is deserved. Perhaps you must explain everything you have done before you can say that you need help. But your worth does not rise and fall with your performance. You remain worthy on the day when your energy is low. You remain worthy when you are unsure. You remain worthy when your best looks different from yesterday. You remain worthy when you cannot offer everyone an answer. You are not a machine that must produce enough before care can be given. You are a living person. You have limits. You have feelings. You have days when your heart needs more softness. Support is not only for the person who has reached the edge. You do not have to break before you are allowed to be held. You do not have to prove that you tried every possible path alone. You can receive care while you are still standing. I let peaceful moments remain peaceful. Sometimes peace arrives and your mind immediately begins searching. What did I forget? What problem is coming? Why is everything so quiet? Should I be doing something? This is not because you dislike peace. It may be because peace is unfamiliar, and the mind often trusts what it knows, even when what it knows is tension. You can teach yourself that peace does not need to be interrupted. When the room is quiet, you do not need to fill it with fear. When nothing urgent is happening, you do not need to create an emergency in your thoughts. When your heart softens, you do not need to remind it of every reason to close. Let the calm remain for a little while. Let your shoulders understand that this moment is not asking them to carry anything new. Let your hands rest without reaching for another task. Let your eyes become soft. There may still be unfinished things. They can remain unfinished for these few moments. Peace is not asking you to forget your responsibilities. It is offering you enough space to return to them with a clearer mind. You can receive that space. I trust myself to know what feels supportive. Receiving does not mean accepting everything. You do not have to call every offer a blessing. You do not have to stay open to words that make you feel smaller. You do not have to accept help that comes with control. You do not have to confuse attention with care. Your inner wisdom belongs inside the practice of receiving. You can notice how something feels. Does it leave you with more room to be yourself? Does it respect your choices? Does it bring clarity rather than confusion? Does it support your peace without asking you to abandon your truth? You are allowed to ask these questions. You are allowed to receive with open eyes. You are allowed to welcome what feels honest and step back from what does not. This makes receiving safer. You are not giving your power away. You are using your power to recognize what truly supports you. Trust your quiet knowing. It may not shout. It may arrive as ease in your chest, a clear thought, or the simple feeling that you do not need to defend yourself. You can listen. I no longer confuse struggle with worthiness. Perhaps part of you believes that difficult things have more value. A result feels more deserved when it costs you sleep. Love feels more real when you have fought for it. Success feels more meaningful when it nearly breaks you. Rest feels acceptable only after complete exhaustion. But pain is not the price of worth. You do not need to make every path hard before you trust that it belongs to you. Something can arrive with ease and still be meaningful. An answer can come quickly and still be wise. A relationship can feel calm and still be deep. A task can become lighter and still matter. You can be proud of what you create without needing to suffer through every step. Struggle may be part of some journeys, but it is not proof that the journey is right. Ease may be part of your path too. You can let the road become smoother without turning around to search for the hardship you expected. You can receive progress without creating a new obstacle. You can let something work. I make room for good news to feel good. Have you ever received good news and immediately searched for the hidden problem? Something begins to improve, and you worry that it will not last. A door opens, and you think of every way you might fail. Someone shows interest, and you prepare for rejection. A plan works, and you become nervous because success creates new questions. Your mind may believe that worry keeps you ready, but worry can prevent good news from entering your heart. You are allowed to smile before you solve the next step. You are allowed to feel relief before you prepare. You are allowed to let your body understand that something has gone well. Good news does not need to be perfect news. It does not need to remove every concern. It can simply be a helpful change, a gentle answer, a hopeful beginning, or a sign that movement is possible. Let the good part be felt. You can think about the details later. For this moment, allow your heart to receive the message that something has become lighter. I welcome honest love without chasing it. You may have learned to work for love, to prove your usefulness, to stay agreeable, to hide your needs, to give more than you receive, to remain available even when you are tired, to chase clarity from people who offered confusion, to call effort devotion, even when your heart felt alone. But honest love does not require you to disappear. It does not become warmer because you are exhausted. It does not become more secure because you ignore your own truth. You can receive love that has room for your voice, love that does not punish your boundaries, love that notices your presence without requiring constant performance, love that allows you to rest, love that does not make you wonder whether kindness must be earned every day. You do not have to chase what is already moving toward you with care. You do not have to pull words from someone who wants to remain silent. You do not have to turn yourself into a question in order to receive an answer. Let love meet you where you are honest. Let it recognize the real shape of your heart. Let it arrive without demanding that you abandon yourself. I allow my needs to exist without shame. You may find it easy to notice what other people need while feeling embarrassed by your own needs. You may tell yourself that you should be able to handle more. You may compare your struggle with someone else's and decide that you have no right to ask for support. But your needs do not become wrong because another person also has needs. Your tiredness does not become false because someone else is tired. Your feelings do not lose value because another person is hurting. there is enough room for your truth. You can need reassurance without calling yourself weak. You can need quiet without calling yourself difficult. You can need time without calling yourself slow. You can need help without calling yourself incapable. You can need space without calling yourself unloving. Needs are part of being human. They are not evidence that you have failed to become strong enough. Listen to them with respect. Some needs will ask for action, some will ask for wow, and some will ask for an honest conversation. Some will ask you to step away from what keeps taking without giving anything back. Your needs can guide you toward a more balanced life. I receive the value of my own effort. You may finish something meaningful and move immediately to the next task. You may reach a goal and focus on what is still missing. You may survive a difficult season and never stop to notice your courage. You may give your energy to others and forget that your own heart was present in every step. Receiving also means receiving what you have created. Let yourself notice your effort, not with pride that places you above anyone else, but with honest respect. You kept going through days that were not easy. You learned things you once did not know. You made decisions with the understanding you had. You carried yourself through moments when certainty was not available. You are allowed to recognize that. You do not need to dismiss your growth because it was slow. Slow growth is still growth. Quiet strength is still strength. A small step taken with courage is still meaningful. Let your work reach you. Let your progress become part of how you see yourself. You are not only the person who still has more to do, you are also the person who has already come through so much. I can receive without rushing to give something back. There is beauty in giving. Your generous heart is not a problem, but giving loses its softness when it becomes a way to escape receiving. You may feel safer when the attention moves away from you. Someone praises you, and you immediately praise them. Someone gives you a gift, and you begin planning a larger gift. Someone listens to you, and you quickly ask about their life before you have finished sharing your own truth. These habits may look loving, but sometimes they are a gentle way of hiding. You can stay in the receiving moment a little longer. You can let someone listen until you have finished. You can accept the gift before planning the return. You can let another person feel the joy of giving to you. Receiving can also be generous. When you receive with warmth, you allow another person's kindness to have meaning. You allow care to complete the circle. You do not take too much by allowing an honest gift to land. You are simply remaining present. I let simple pleasure enter my day. Pleasure does not need to be dramatic. It can be the feeling of clean water, the quiet sound of rain touching the roof, the comfort of changing into soft clothes, the smell of food that makes you feel at home, the cool side of a pillow, the first moment when a crowded room becomes silent, the warmth of sunlight resting on your hands, the feeling of taking off shoes after a long day. These moments are not distractions from life. they are part of life. You may have become so focused on improvement that you forgot to receive what is already pleasant. You may listen to music while thinking about work, eat while reading messages while key beneath the sky without looking up. Sit with someone you love while planning tomorrow. You do not need to turn every moment into a lesson. Some moments are here to be felt. Let your senses bring you back. Notice what is warm. Notice what is soft. Notice what is steady. Notice what asks nothing from you. Simple pleasure teaches your heart that receiving can be safe, quiet, and ordinary. I allow time to support me instead of fighting every minute. You may feel that time is always running ahead of you. There is always another hour to manage, another task to complete, another goal waiting. You may wake with the feeling that you are already behind, but not every minute is an enemy. Some minutes carry you. Some give you room to think. Some allow a feeling to settle. Some place distance between you and what once hurt. Some bring an answer that effort could not force. Time is not only taking things away. Time is also giving perspective. It is giving space. It is allowing new strength to form quietly. You do not need to fill every open moment to prove that it was useful. An unplanned hour can support you. A slower morning can support you. A quiet evening can support you. You can receive time as a place to live, not only a measure of what you have achieved. Let this moment be wide enough for you. I am open to being surprised by gentleness. Your past may have trained you to expect disappointment. You may prepare for coldness before warmth has a chance to arrive. You may assume that people will not understand. You may expect every answer to be difficult. This preparation can feel protective, but it can also make gentleness hard to recognize. Leave a small space for a different experience, not a forced belief, not a promise that no one will disappoint you. Only a small space where kindness is allowed to exist. Someone may respond with more care than you expected. A difficult conversation may become softer. A task may take less energy. A worry may lose some of its power. You may discover that you are more ready than you thought. Gentleness does not always announce itself. Sometimes it arrives as the absence of pressure. Sometimes it is a person who does not make you explain everything. Sometimes it is your own voice becoming less harsh. Allow life to surprise you in small, believable ways. I receive my own compassion when I make a mistake. You may know how to forgive other people while speaking to yourself with great hardness. One mistake becomes proof that you cannot be trusted. One difficult day becomes proof that you have lost all progress. One wrong choice becomes a reason to question your whole worth. But you are more than one moment. You can take responsibility without turning against yourself. You can learn without using shame as a teacher. You can repair what needs repair while remaining on your own side. Compassion does not excuse harmful choices. It gives you enough safety to look honestly at them. A frightened heart hides a sui. A ported heart can tell the truth. Offer yourself the kind of voice that helps you grow. You can say, "That did not go as I hoped, and I can choose differently." You can say, "I understand why I reacted that way, and I am willing to learn." You can say, "I am still worthy of patience while I become more aware." Let your own compassion reach the places where criticism has lived for too long. You do not need to punish yourself into becoming better. You can be guided by care. I allow good experiences to become part of my identity. Perhaps you have let painful experiences define you more deeply than peaceful ones. You remember the rejection, but forget the people who stayed. You remember the failure, but overlook the many things you completed. You remember the day you felt alone, but dismissed the times support appeared. Pain leaves a strong mark because the mind wants to protect you from repeating it. But your good experiences also belong to your story. The time you trusted yourself and made a wise choice. The time you asked for help and someone responded with care. The time you rested and the world did not fall apart. The time you accepted appreciation and nothing bad followed. The time you said no and remained loved. The time you let yourself enjoy something without guilt. These moments matter. They show your heart that a different pattern is already possible. Do not rush past them. Let them become evidence. You are not only someone who has been hurt, you are also someone who has been supported. You are not only someone who has struggled, you are also someone who has found ways through. You are not only someone who gives, you are learning to receive. I can let enough be enough for this moment. The mind often moves the finish line. You complete one task and it points to 3 more. You solve one problem and it searches for the next concern. You reach a goal and it asks why you did not arrive sooner. This constant movement makes receiving difficult because nothing is allowed to feel complete. You can choose a stopping place, not forever, only for now. You can say, "This is enough for today." You can let the room remain imperfect. You can let the message wait. You can let tomorrow hold what belongs to tomorrow. Enough is not failure. Enough is a boundary that protects what is still alive within you. Your energy does not need to be emptied before the day is allowed to end. You can stop while there is still softness in your voice. You can rest while there is still warmth in your body. You can receive the quiet satisfaction of having done what you could. I let my body receive the message that it does not need to stay prepared for everything. You may carry readiness in places you do not notice. Your jaw stays firm. Your stomach holds tight. Your hands remain busy. Your shoulders lift as though another weight is already on its way. You do not need to command your body to change. You can offer it a gentler message. This moment is not asking you to prepare for every future event. The next minute can arrive on its own. Your hands can loosen, your face can become soft, your breath can move without being watched. The ground is already beneath you. The chair, the bed, or the floor can take some of your weight. Let yourself notice the feeling of being supported physically. Receiving begins here too. It begins when you stop holding yourself above the surface and allow what is beneath you to hold you. You are not falling. You are resting your weight where it can be carried. I am willing to believe that ease can belong in my life. You do not need complete faith. Willingness is enough. Perhaps you cannot yet believe that receiving will always feel natural. That is okay. You can believe that it may feel a little easier than before. You can believe that one compliment can be accepted, one offer can be considered, one restful moment can be allowed, one need can be spoken, one good experience can be enjoyed. Your life changes through moments like these, not through pressure, not through pretending, through small choices that tell your heart you do not have to push this away. Ease may feel unfamiliar at first. Anything new can feel uncertain. Let unfamiliarity be unfamiliarity. It does not have to mean danger. A new pair of shoes may feel different before they begin to fit. A new path may feel strange before your steps become steady. Your heart can also become familiar with support. I make space for care to stay after it arrives. Receiving is not only allowing something to enter, it is allowing it to remain long enough to be felt. Someone may speak kindly to you, but your inner critic speaks louder a moment later. You may rest for 10 minutes, then shame yourself for resting. You may feel proud, then quickly remember everything you have not done. You may experience closeness, then pull away because the warmth feels too vulnerable. Care arrived, but it was not given a place to stay. You can change this slowly. When a good word reaches you, do not cover it immediately with criticism. When rest reaches you, do not turn it into guilt. When pride reaches you, do not call it selfishness. When peace reaches you, do not search for a reason to distrust it. Let the feeling remain for a few breaths. Let it find a quiet room within you. It does not need to become permanent. It only needs to be received while it is present. I am learning that receiving and gratitude can exist without fear. Gratitude does not mean you must fear losing what you appreciate. It does not mean you must hold something tightly. It does not mean you must become responsible for keeping everything unchanged. Gratitude can be simple. This helped me. This felt kind. This moment brought relief. I am glad this is here. You do not have to turn appreciation into anxiety. You can love something without trying to control its future. You can value someone without law. Sing yourself in them. You can enjoy the moment without demanding that it promise forever. Gratitude becomes softer when it is not mixed with fear. Let thankfulness open your hands rather than close them. Let it say, I received something meaningful today. That is enough. I accept that I do not have to understand every good thing before I receive it. Your mind may want an explanation. Why is this person helping? Why did this opportunity appear? Why do I suddenly feel calmer? What if there is something I have not noticed? Questions can be useful. But some good things do not need to be taken apart before they are felt. You can remain wise without questioning every peaceful moment until the peace is gone. You can observe over time. You can let trust grow through experience. You can receive what feels respectful while allowing understanding to come slowly. Not everything kind is hiding something. Not every easy moment is the beginning of a problem. Not every open door is trying to lead you away from yourself. You can stay present. You can remain aware. And you can still let something good reach you. I give myself permission to be cared for in ordinary ways. Care does not always look like a life-changing act. It may look like someone remembering how you take your drink, someone asking whether you arrived safely, someone giving you time to answer, someone noticing that you are tired, someone respecting your silence, someone making room for your feelings without trying to rush them away. Care may also come from you. Preparing a meal before you become too hungry. Turning off the noise when your mind needs quiet. Choosing clothes that feel comfortable. Leaving a conversation that has become harmful. Going to bed without finishing everything. Speaking to yourself with patience. These ordinary choices matter. They tell your heart that you are not forgotten inside your own life. You do not have to wait for someone else to give you permission to receive care. You can begin creating conditions where care feels normal. I let today contain more than responsibility. There may be things you need to do, people who depend on you, promises you want to keep, work that matters. But you are more than the person who completes tasks. Your day can also contain beauty, a little laughter, a little quiet, a moment of interest, a small pleasure, a kind exchange, a thought that makes your heart feel open. Responsibility does not need to occupy every room inside you. You can be dependable and still be alive to the moment. You can care for what matters without forgetting that you also matter. Let one part of today belong only to being here, not achieving, not fixing, not preparing, being here. Receiving the air, receiving the support beneath you, receiving the fact that this moment has made room for you. I no longer rush past what nourishes me. Some things give energy quietly. A conversation where you can speak honestly. Time alone without loneliness. Work that feels meaningful. A walk that clears your thoughts. Music that softens something inside you. A boundary that gives your energy back. A simple routine that makes the day feel steady. You may rush past these things because they do not seem urgent, but nourishment is often quiet. It does not shout like a problem. It does not demand immediate attention. That is why it is easy to miss. Begin noticing what leaves you feeling more like yourself. What gives you room inside? What helps your thoughts settle? What reminds you that your life is not only a list of demands? These are forms of support. Let them count. Let them become part of how you care for yourself. You do not need to defend what nourishes you simply because it looks small to someone else. If it supports your peace, it matters. I receive the freedom of not having to prove myself in every room. You may enter a space and immediately begin measuring yourself. Am I interesting enough? Am I useful enough? Do I belong here? What can I offer so people will value my presence? This constant proving makes connection feel like work. You are allowed to enter a room without performing for your place in it. You can listen without planning the perfect answer. You can speak without making every sentence impressive. You can be quiet without believing that you have disappeared. You can let your presence be enough. The people who are right for your life do not need a constant show. They can know you through your honesty, through your steadiness, through your humor, through your care, through the ordinary way you exist. You do not need to earn the right to take up a natural amount of space. Receive the freedom of being real. I am becoming comfortable with good things arriving without struggle. At first, your mind may still search for the catch. That does not mean you have failed. You are learning. A new response needs time. When something becomes easier, notice the old thought without obeying it. You may hear, "This cannot be trusted." You can answer with gentleness, "I can stay aware without creating fear." You may hear, "I did not work hard enough for this." You can remind yourself, effort is not the only way value enters my life. You may hear, "Something bad must follow." You can say, "I do not need to borrow trouble from a moment that has not arrived." This is the tiny daily shift. You notice the good. You resist the urge to push it away. You allow it to remain long enough for your heart to learn a new truth. Receiving does not have to feel dramatic. It can become as natural as rain entering open soil. The soil does not chase the rain. It does not apologize for needing water. It does not promise to repay the sky. It receives what helps life continue beneath the surface. You also have places within you that need nourishment. Let small goodness reach those places. Let kindness enter. Let rest enter. Let appreciation enter. Let honest support enter. Let the quiet truth of your own worth enter. You do not need to force the door wide open. A small opening is enough for today. And each time you allow something gentle to reach you, receiving becomes a little less strange, a little less frightening, and a little more like something your heart has always known how to do. And as you begin to let small forms of goodness reach you, you may notice something very simple. You are already being supported in ways you rarely think about. Right now, something beneath you is carrying part of your weight. A chair, a bed, a floor, the earth below the building. You do not need to hold yourself above it. You do not need to prove that you can remain strong without support. You can let your weight settle. You can allow what is beneath you to do what it was made to do. Notice how easy it is to forget this. Even while sitting, you may keep parts of your body lifted. Your shoulders may stay high. Your back may remain firm. Your stomach may stay tight. Your hands may hold one another as though they are keeping everything together. You may be resting on the outside while still carrying yourself on the inside. You have done this in many parts of your life. Support was there, but you did not fully lean into it. Care was offered, but you stayed ready to pull away. A peaceful moment came, but you kept one part of your mind standing guard. Someone said, "I can help," and you accepted with your words while quietly preparing to do everything yourself. There is no need to judge this. Your body may have learned that staying ready felt safer than settling. Your heart may have learned that leaning could lead to falling. Your mind may have believed that if you relaxed your hold, something important would be lost. But in this moment, you are not being asked to fall. You are being invited to feel what is already holding you. Let the chair carry your back. Let the bed carry your legs. Let the floor remain steady beneath your feet. You are not becoming weak. You are allowing support to reach the place it was meant to reach. A chair does not ask whether you worked hard enough before it holds you. It does not ask whether you made every correct choice. It does not ask whether you were patient all day. It does not ask whether you finished every task. It simply receives your weight. There is something tender in that. There are forms of support that do not need an explanation. There are moments of rest that do not need to be defended. There are quiet gifts that do not ask you to become smaller in return. You may have lived as though every form of care needed to be earned, as though every soft place had to be paid for through effort, as though ease could only come after you had given every part of yourself away. But support is not always a prize. Sometimes support is part of the ground of life. The body receives air. The eyes receive color. The ears receive sound. The skin receives warmth. The heart receives meaning from a kind voice. You are receiving all the time. You are not separate from this movement. You are part of it. Life moves toward you in simple ways, and you respond. A breath comes, and the body takes it in. A sound reaches you, and the mind hears it. A hand touches yours, and your skin knows that someone is near. A quiet room surrounds you, and something inside begins to soften. Receiving is not an unusual act. It is already woven through every ordinary moment. What feels unusual is allowing yourself to notice it. You may have spent so much time focusing on what you must give that you forgot how much is already being offered. The chair offers steadiness. The blanket offers warmth. The night offers darkness. The morning offers a new beginning. Water offers refreshment. Silence offers room. Time offers distance from what once felt too close. Your own heart offers another chance to speak to yourself with care. None of this asks you to become passive. Allowing support does not mean waiting for someone else to live your life. It does not mean giving away your choices. It does not mean ignoring what needs your attention. It means you stop using more strength than the moment requires. You stop carrying what is already being carried. You stop holding your breath while the air is available. You stop standing inside yourself when you are allowed to sit. There is wisdom in knowing when effort is needed. There is also wisdom in knowing when effort can end. A door may need your hand to open it, but once it is open, you do not need to keep pushing it forward. A cup may need to be lifted, but once it reaches your lips, you can let the water do what water does. A bed may need to be prepared, but once you lie down, you do not need to keep proving that you deserve to rest there. Receiving includes recognizing when your part is complete. You have done enough for this moment. You have arrived here. You have listened this far. You have allowed these words to come near. There is nothing more you need to perform right now. Let that sink in. There is nothing you need to do right now. You do not need to become more peaceful before peace is allowed to touch you. You do not need to become more open before support is allowed to hold you. You do not need to understand everything before your body is allowed to soften. You can be exactly as you are and let one small part of your weight be carried. Perhaps your shoulders can lower a little. Perhaps your hands can become less busy. Perhaps your jaw can stop preparing words that do not need to be spoken. Perhaps your feet can rest more fully against the surface beneath them. Small changes are enough. Your body does not need a perfect message. It needs a believable one. This surface is holding me. This moment is not asking me to run. This quiet does not need to be filled. This breath does not need to be earned. You may feel resistance. A part of you may say that relaxing is unsafe. A part of you may want to remain alert. A part of you may believe that if you stop holding everything, no one else will. You can listen to that part without letting it lead every moment. You can quietly answer, You have worked very hard to protect me. You can let it know that support is present now, not forever, not everywhere. Here, in this moment, beneath your body, around your breath, inside the quiet space you have allowed. You do not need to trust the whole world in order to receive one safe moment. You do not need to trust every person in order to receive honest kindness. You do not need to believe that nothing will ever change in order to enjoy what feels steady now. Receiving becomes natural through moments like this. You notice what is supporting you. You stop fighting it. You allow the support to reach deeper. At first, it may reach only your body. Your back settles. Your legs feel heavier. Your hands become warm. Then, slowly, the idea may reach your heart. Maybe you do not have to carry every feeling alone. Maybe care can reach you without taking something away. Maybe rest can be real before every problem is solved. Maybe being supported is not the opposite of being strong. A strong building rests on a foundation. A strong tree rests in the earth. A strong bridge is held at more than one point. Strength does not mean floating alone with nothing beneath you. Strength can include support. Strength can include balance. Strength can include knowing where you are safe enough to lean. Ask yourself gently, what part of your life have you been holding above the support that is already there? Perhaps someone has offered to listen, but you have not let yourself speak honestly. Perhaps there is time in your day, but you fill it before rest can enter. Perhaps your own inner wisdom has been giving you a clear answer, but you keep searching because the simple answer feels too easy. Perhaps a part of your life is working, but you are afraid to admit that something is going well. You do not need to answer with pressure. Let the question rest in your heart. You may know the answer now. You may understand it later. The answer does not need to be forced. For this moment, feel the truth beneath you. You are being held. You do not have to hold yourself above everything. You can let support be real. You can let the chair carry your weight. And as your body begins to understand this, your heart may begin to wonder what else it is ready to receive. Sometimes the hardest part of receiving is not accepting what is offered. It is believing that you are still free after you accept it. You may know the feeling. Someone does something kind and your mind begins working. How can I repay this? What will they expect from me? Do I now have to say yes when they ask for something? Should I give more so the balance feels safe? The gift arrives, but before it can warm you, it becomes a weight. Care turns into a responsibility. Support turns into a promise you never made. Kindness becomes something you must carry. This may be why you have refused help even when you needed it. it mauled. You quickly return compliments, gifts, time, and attention. It may be why receiving has felt less like being cared for and more like losing part of your freedom. Your caution may come from real experience. Perhaps someone once reminded you of everything they did for you. Perhaps care was given with conditions. Perhaps help was used to control your choices. Perhaps affection disappeared when you stopped giving something back. If that happened, your heart learned to be careful. It learned to protect your freedom by needing less. It learned to stay safe by accepting less. It learned to carry too much so no one could say that you owed them. That was a way of protecting yourself. But not every gift is a chain. Not every helping hand is trying to hold you in place. Not every kind act creates a debt. You can learn to receive while keeping your boundaries. You can allow care and remain free. You can feel gratitude without giving away your voice. Let this truth reach the part of you that has been measuring every exchange. I can receive kindness without surrendering my freedom. Kindness does not own you. A person can support you, and you can still make your own decisions. Someone can give you time, and you can still protect your time. Someone can offer care, and you can still say no when something does not feel right. Receiving does not remove your right to choose. You are allowed to remain yourself inside support. You do not become smaller because someone helped you. You do not become less capable. You do not become responsible for keeping another person happy. Healthy kindness does not ask you to disappear. It reaches toward you while leaving room for you to breathe. You can accept what is offered and still listen to your inner voice. You can feel thankful and still keep your limits. You can be touched by care without becoming trapped by it. I am free to receive what feels honest and leave what feels heavy. Not everything offered to you must be accepted. Receiving is not the same as having no boundaries. You can feel the difference between care and pressure. Care gives you room. Pressure makes you feel rushed. Care respects your answer. Pressure keeps asking until your answer changes. Care allows you to remain connected to yourself. Pressure asks you to ignore what you know. You are allowed to notice this difference. You are allowed to accept the meal and decline the advice. You are allowed to receive the compliment and refuse the expectation. You are allowed to welcome the help and keep your private space. You are allowed to appreciate someone without giving them access to every part of your life. This is not cold. This is clear. Clarity helps receiving feel safe. Your heart can open more naturally when it knows that your wisdom will not be abandoned. You do not need to close yourself to everything in order to protect yourself from what is not right for you. You can choose. You can listen. You can receive with care. I let honest support reach me without searching for a hidden cost. Your mind may still look for the price. It may examine a kind word as though it contains a secret demand. It may question why someone is being patient. It may wonder what will happen later? You do not need to silence these questions by force. You can let time show you what is true. Honest support remains respectful. It does not become cruel when you set a boundary. It does not punish you for having needs. It does not ask you to become grateful forever for one kind act. It does not use your vulnerable moments against you. You are allowed to observe. You are allowed to let trust form slowly. And while trust is forming, you can still receive what is clearly kind in the present moment. A respectful word can be received as a respectful word. A caring gesture can be felt without becoming a promise about the future. You do not need to know everything before you allow one safe thing to reach you. I do not owe my exhaustion to prove that I am grateful. Sometimes you may give too much because you are afraid that receiving makes you selfish. Someone helps you, and you work harder. Someone cares for you, and you ignore your own tiredness to care for them. Someone offers something small, and you respond with something much larger. You keep giving until the feeling of owing disappears. But gratitude does not require exhaustion. You do not have to empty yourself to prove that you noticed another person's kindness. A sincere thank you can be enough. Respect can be enough. Honesty can be enough. Care given freely can be received freely. You are not required to harm yourself in order to show appreciation. Your tiredness is not a payment. Your silence is not a payment. Your agreement is not a payment. Your time, body, energy, and peace are not coins you must hand over whenever someone does something kind. You can be grateful and still rest. You can appreciate and still say no. You can receive and remain whole. Let that rest in your heart. You do not owe your exhaustion. You do not owe your disappearance. You do not owe the loss of your peace. I am allowed to be supported before I reach my limit. Perhaps you wait until everything becomes too much. You ask for help only when your voice begins to shake. You rest only when you cannot continue. You speak about your feelings only when they become impossible to hide. You accept support only when there is no other choice. This pattern may make your needs feel serious enough to deserve care. But you do not need to reach the edge before support becomes valid. You can ask while you still have strength. You can rest while part of your energy remains. You can speak before the feeling becomes a storm. You can share the weight before your hands begin to lose their hold. Support is not only for emergencies. Care can be part of ordinary life. A bridge is supported before it begins to break. A home is protected before the rain enters. A garden is watered before every leaf bends to the ground. You can offer yourself the same wisdom. You can receive early. You can receive gently. You can receive before pain becomes the only language your body knows how to speak. I no longer wait until I am falling apart to admit that I need care. There may be a part of you that feels safer when the need is obvious. If you are completely exhausted, no one can question your rest. If you are deeply hurt, no one can question your need for comfort. If everything has become impossible, no one can say that you should have handled it alone. But you do not need permission from your breaking point. Your need matters before it becomes visible to everyone else. Your feelings matter while they are still quiet. Your tiredness matters before it becomes collapse. Your loneliness matters before it becomes despair. Your stress matters before it fills every corner of your day. You can notice yourself sooner. You can listen while the inner voice is still soft. You can respond before it has to shout. This is care. This is not weakness. It is a form of respect for the life within you. You are worthy of support while you are still standing. I receive care without needing to explain every wound. You may feel pressure to give a full reason for every need. You may believe that people will only understand if you describe everything that happened. You may prepare a long explanation before saying you are tired. You may list every responsibility before asking for time. You may show every hurt before allowing yourself to receive comfort. But you do not always need to open every private room in order to ask for a little space. You can say, I need rest. You can say, I cannot do that today. You can say, I would appreciate help. You can say, I need time to think. Your need does not become real only after someone else understands every detail. Your truth can be simple. You are allowed to protect parts of your story. You are allowed to receive care without proving how much you have endured. I can be loved while I am not useful. This may reach a very tender place. Perhaps usefulness has been one of the safest ways for you to feel wanted. You help, you solve, you listen, you remember, you give, you stay available. You become the person others can rely on. And beneath all of this, there may be a quiet fear. If I stop helping, will I still matter? If I rest, will I still be wanted? If I cannot give, will anyone remain? You are more than what you do for other people. Your presence has value before you offer a solution. Your heart has value when it is quiet. Your company has value when you have no advice. Your life has value when you are resting. You are allowed to be loved on the day when you have nothing to give. You are allowed to be cared for when you are the one who needs support. You are allowed to sit beside someone without making their life easier. You do not have to earn closeness through constant service. Let that sink in. You can be loved while you are not useful. You can be wanted while you are resting. You can matter without performing. This may feel difficult to believe. Let it rest in your heart without forcing it. A truth can begin as a small place of possibility. It can grow slowly. It can become more believable each time someone values your presence rather than your effort. It can become stronger each time you stop offering more than you have. It can deepen each time you allow yourself to remain connected without proving your worth. I release the fear that rest will make me easy to forget. You may keep moving because stillness feels like disappearing. When you are busy, people need you. When you answer quickly, people remember you. When you make yourself available, you remain part of everything. Rest may feel like stepping out of sight, and a part of you may fear that if you stop, love will move on without you. But people who value your heart do not forget you because you became quiet. Care does not end because you turned off your phone. Your place in a healthy connection does not vanish because you needed sleep. You do not have to remain tired to remain remembered. You do not have to stay available at every hour to prove that you care. Your absence from one moment does not erase your importance. You can rest and still belong. You can become quiet and still be loved. You can step away and still return to what is real. I am not too much when I receive attention. You may worry that your needs take up too much space. You may shorten your stories. You may say, "It does not matter," when it matters deeply. You may change the subject when someone begins asking about you. You may apologize before sharing what hurts. You may fear that being fully heard will make another person tired of you. But honest attention is not something you steal. When someone has chosen to listen, you can let them listen. You can take the time needed to finish your thought. You can let the truth come out in your natural words. You do not need to make your feelings smaller so they become easier to hold. You are allowed to be a full person inside a conversation. You can have layers. You can have questions. You can need time to understand what you feel. The right space does not ask you to become simple when your heart is carrying something deep. You are not too much because you need to be heard. You are not a burden because your feelings take time. You are not difficult because your truth cannot be explained in one sentence. I receive respect without feeling the need to become smaller. Sometimes respect can feel almost as uncomfortable as praise. When someone values your time, you may rush to say it is not important. When someone waits for your answer, you may answer too quickly. When someone offers you space, you may fill it with reasons why you do not deserve special care. But respect is not special treatment. It is a healthy way of meeting another human being. You are allowed to be spoken to with kindness. You are allowed to have your time considered. You are allowed to make decisions without being rushed. You are allowed to expect honesty. You are allowed to step away from disrespect without questioning whether you are asking for too much. Receiving respect does not make you proud. It reminds you that your life has value. You do not need to lower your needs so others can avoid growing. You do not need to accept less in order to appear easy. You can remain gentle and still know what you deserve. I allow my good days to remain free from guilt. You may feel strange when you are doing well while someone you love is struggling. You may feel guilty for laughing, guilty for resting, guilty for enjoying what another person does not have, guilty because your heart feels lighter than it did before. Compassion does not require you to lose every good moment. Your joy does not take joy away from someone else. Your rest does not cause another person's tiredness. Your progress is not an act of betrayal. You can care deeply and still allow your own life to contain warmth. You can support someone without joining their pain in every moment. You can love another person without making yourself suffer beside them. Your good day is allowed to be good. You do not need to create sadness to prove that you care. You can receive joy with humility. You can let peace strengthen you. You can allow your well-being to help you become more present, more patient, and more honest. I am safe to let something become easier. This may be the sentence your heart has been waiting to hear. You are safe to let something become easier. You have spent so much time preparing for difficulty. You have learned how to survive hard days. You know how to keep moving through uncertainty. You know how to manage without enough help. But ease may still feel unknown. When something becomes easier, your mind may search for danger. It may tell you that you are missing something. It may warn you not to relax. It may believe that struggle is keeping you safe. You can respect what struggle taught you without inviting it into every new chapter. You can let an easier way be real. You can choose the clear answer. You can accept the help. You can step through the open door. You can allow a relationship to feel calm. You can let your work flow without creating pressure. You can let peace arrive without asking it to prove itself. Ease does not mean you have become careless. Ease does not mean you have lost your strength. Ease may mean you are no longer fighting battles that are not yours. Ease may mean you are using what you have learned. Ease may mean the support you needed has finally become visible. You are safe to let something become easier. Let those words move slowly through you. You are safe to let something become easier. Not everything, not all at once, something. One part of your day, one choice, one conversation, one task, one place inside your heart. You do not need to carry difficulty simply because it is familiar. I no longer ask pain to prove that something matters. Love can matter without hurting. Work can matter without consuming you. Growth can matter without shame. A decision can matter without fear. Your life can hold depth without constant struggle. You may have learned to trust only what costs you greatly. If it was easy, you questioned it. If it was calm, you called it shallow. If someone treated you well, you wondered whether the connection was real. If an opportunity came without a fight, you worried that you had not earned it. But value is not measured only by pain. A quiet truth can change a life. A simple boundary can protect years of energy. A gentle person can love deeply. A peaceful choice can be brave. You do not need to suffer for every meaningful thing. You do not need to bleed for every lesson. Some lessons can arrive through kindness. Some growth can happen through safety. Some wisdom can form while you are held. I receive love that does not ask me to abandon myself. Love should not require you to disappear. It should not ask you to ignore your limits. It should not demand that you stay silent while something hurts. It should not make you earn every small piece of warmth. You can receive love that leaves room for your truth. Love that listens when your answer is no. Love that does not turn your needs into a problem. Love that respects your quiet. Love that feels steady without forcing you to chase it. You do not need to prove that you can tolerate pain in order to be loyal. You do not need to remain confused in order to show patience. You do not need to keep giving when your heart has become empty. Love can meet you without taking you away from yourself. You can remain whole inside connection. You can keep your voice. You can keep your peace. You can keep the parts of you that need time. The love you receive should not require the loss of the person receiving it. I allow myself to be cared for without becoming afraid of the ending. Sometimes you may pull away from warmth because you are already imagining its loss. A good moment begins, and you think of how it might end. A person becomes kind, and you prepare for the day they may change. A season becomes peaceful, and you wait for trouble. You leave the present in order to protect yourself from the future. But the future cannot be controlled by refusing the present. You are allowed to receive what is real now. You can stay aware without leaving the moment. You can love without promising that nothing will change. You can rest without demanding that life remain easy forever. You can let care reach you today. If change comes later, you will meet it with the strength you have then. You do not need to suffer twice. You do not need to feel the ending before it arrives. You can let this moment be whole. I trust that I can receive and still protect my heart. Opening does not mean leaving every door unlocked. You can be warm and wise. You can be loving and clear. You can welcome and observe. You can feel hope while still noticing what is true. Your heart does not need to become hard in order to become safe. It can become discerning. It can learn the difference between comfort and control, between attention and respect, between promises and steady action, between words that sound beautiful and behavior that feels honest. You can receive without ignoring what you see. You can care without explaining away what hurts. You can stay open to goodness while stepping away from what is not good for you. Your softness and your wisdom can live together. I let myself receive the care I have given so freely. You have offered patience. You have made room. You have listened when someone needed to speak. You have encouraged people when they could not see their own strength. You have carried hope for others. You have stayed near people during hard moments. Perhaps you have done this so naturally that you forgot care can move toward you too. You are not outside the circle of compassion. You are not the only person who must remain strong. You are not here only to pour out. There is room for you to receive. There is room for someone to notice your tired eyes. There is room for someone to ask what you need. There is room for you to answer honestly. There is room for your heart to be met. You do not have to refuse care because other people also need it. You are part of life too. Your needs belong here. Your rest belongs here. Your comfort belongs here. I am worthy of being met with gentleness, not because you have done everything right, not because you have never hurt anyone, not because you have reached some perfect state. You are worthy of gentleness because harshness is not the only way human beings learn. You can be honest without being cruel to yourself. You can change without hating who you were. You can take responsibility without removing your dignity. You can hear the truth from a calm voice. You can grow inside safety. Gentleness does not make truth weak. It makes truth easier to face. You deserve spaces where you do not have to protect yourself from every word. You deserve conversations where respect remains even when there is disagreement. You deserve care that does not become cold when you make a mistake. You deserve to speak to yourself in the same way. If you are still wondering whether you deserve this peace, you do. You always have. You may not have known how to receive it. You may not have trusted it. You may have pushed it away because fear spoke faster. But your difficulty receiving peace never made you unworthy of peace. Let that rest in your heart. You deserve peace before you know how to hold it perfectly. You deserve care while you are learning to trust. You deserve rest while part of you is still restless. You deserve gentleness while you are still becoming gentler with yourself. I no longer turn every gift into a test of my worth. A gift is not proof that you are now required to be perfect. A kind moment does not mean you must never disappoint anyone. Support does not mean you must become easier to manage. Love does not mean you must earn the next loving act. You can receive today without promising perfection tomorrow. You can be grateful and human. You can accept care and still have limits. You can be supported and still make mistakes. You do not have to become a flawless person to keep what is good. What is healthy will not demand your perfection. What is honest will leave room for your humanity. What is kind will not become punishment because you had a difficult day. I receive without apologizing for having needs. Perhaps you say sorry before every request. Sorry for needing time. Sorry for asking a question. Sorry for feeling tired. Sorry for taking up space. Sorry for not being ready. There are moments when an apology is meaningful, but your existence does not require an apology. Your need for rest is not an offense. Your need for clarity is not an offense. Your need for support is not an offense. Your need to be heard is not an offense. You can speak with care without placing shame before every sentence. You can ask. You can wait for the answer. You can accept that another person is free to say yes or no. Their freedom does not remove your right to ask. Your request does not force them. Your need does not harm them by existing. You are allowed to be a person among other people, not a silent shadow trying never to require anything. I am ready to let care feel simple. Care can be simple: a warm meal, a clear answer, a quiet hour, a message that arrives at the right time, a person who remembers, a boundary that is respected, a task shared, a body allowed to rest, a heart allowed to speak. You do not need to make these things larger than they are. You do not need to question them until they disappear. You can let care feel simple. You can let it be kind. You can let it be enough for the moment. This is where receiving begins to change. It stops feeling like a bargain. It stops feeling like danger. It stops feeling like a debt waiting to be collected. It becomes a meeting. Something good moves toward you. You notice it. You listen to your wisdom. You allow what is honest to reach you. You remain free. You remain whole. You remain yourself. And perhaps this is the reflection you are ready to carry from this moment. What kind of care are you ready to stop refusing? You may know the answer immediately. You may want to name one word quietly: rest, help, respect, time, love, understanding, space, peace. You may choose to place that one word in the comments later, not as a promise to anyone else, but as a gentle sign to yourself that you are ready to make room for it. For now, let the word remain near your heart. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to force it. You are simply allowing yourself to stop sending it away. There is nothing you need to do right now. Everything can wait. The questions can wait. The plans can wait. The unfinished work can wait. For this moment, nothing is asking you to perform. You do not need to breathe in a special way. You do not need to make the breath deeper. You do not need to hold it. You do not need to count. Let the breath arrive as it is. Perhaps it is light. Perhaps it is slow. Perhaps it still carries some of the day. Let it be exactly what it is. The breath knows how to enter. The breath knows how to leave. Your body has been receiving air without needing your constant attention. You can notice this quiet gift. Air comes near. Your body allows it in. The breath moves through you. Then it leaves without being chased. Nothing is forced. Nothing is held forever. Receiving and releasing belong to the same gentle movement. Breathe. Feel the air touch the inside of your nose. Feel the chest move in its own small way. Feel the stomach respond. You do not need a large breath. A small breath is still a breath. A quiet breath is enough. Let your face become softer around it. The muscles near your eyes can rest. Your forehead does not need to hold a thought. Your jaw does not need to prepare an answer. Your tongue can rest inside your mouth. There is nothing you need to explain. There is nothing you need to defend. You are safe here. Let the next breath come without calling it. Let it enter without effort. Let it leave without regret. This is how your body receives. It does not ask whether the air will still be there tomorrow. It receives what is here now. It does not save every breath. It does not hold tightly because another breath may never come. It receives. It releases. It trusts the next moment enough to remain part of the movement. Your heart can learn from this. You do not need to hold every kind word forever in order to receive it. You do not need to know that care will never change. You can receive what is present. You can let it nourish this moment. You can allow life to keep moving. Breathe. You may notice the weight of your shoulders. They may have carried things that were never visible. Responsibilities, worries, conversations you are still thinking about, needs you did not speak, feelings you tried to understand alone. You do not need to remove all of that now. Let the shoulders lower by the smallest amount, not because everything has been solved, because they do not need to hold everything during this breath. The surface beneath you is carrying your body. The night is carrying the silence. This moment is carrying these words. You are allowed to be carried too. Breathe. Let your hands rest. They have done enough. They have held phones, opened doors, prepared meals, completed work, reached for people, and carried things through the day. They do not need to keep holding invisible problems. Let the fingers be loose. Let the palms be quiet. Nothing needs to be grasped. Nothing needs to be controlled. Your hands can receive stillness. They can receive warmth. They can receive the simple feeling of having nothing to hold for a while. Everything can wait. Breathe. Feel the air enter. Feel it leave. There is room between one thought and the next. You do not need to fill that room. Let it remain open. If a thought comes, it can come. You do not need to follow it. You do not need to finish it. You do not need to push it away. It can move through the mind like a quiet shape crossing a curtain. It appears. It changes. It passes. You remain here, supported, breathing, receiving the moment. Breathe. Perhaps a part of you is still alert. Perhaps it is listening for what might happen next. You can speak to that part with kindness. You do not need to tell it to disappear. You can let it know that there is no urgent task in this moment. You can let it know that the door does not need to be watched by every part of you. You can let it know that rest is allowed to come near. It may not fully believe you yet. That is okay. You do not need perfect trust. A small amount of softness is enough. A small amount of safety is enough. A single breath received without effort is enough. Let that sink in. You do not need to become completely calm. You only need to stop demanding calm from yourself. Peace often comes closer when it is not being chased. Breathe. Notice the space around your body, the air near your skin, the fabric touching you, the quiet support beneath you. You are not floating alone. You are in contact with the world. You are being met by surfaces, sounds, air, and warmth. The world does not need to be perfect for one part of it to support you now. This room can be enough. This bed can be enough. This chair can be enough. This breath can be enough. You can receive enough without needing everything. Breathe. Let your stomach soften if it wants to. You may have held fear there. You may have carried words you could not say. You may have felt the need to stay ready. There is no pressure to release everything. Let the body know that it can loosen a little. Only what feels natural. Only what feels safe. Your body belongs to you. Your pace belongs to you. Your breath belongs to you. Nothing here is asking you to go farther than you want. You can rest near your own boundaries. You can receive peace without losing control of yourself. Breathe. The next breath does not need to be better than the last one. It does not need to be slower. It does not need to be deeper. You are not being tested. There is no correct way to rest. There is no perfect way to receive. There is only this gentle chance to stop fighting what is already supporting you. The air is available. The ground is steady. The moment is open. Let yourself be here. Breathe. You may notice a sound. Let the sound exist without needing to name it. You may notice the quiet between sounds. Let the quiet exist too. I do not need complete silence to find stillness. Stillness can live inside sound. It can live inside a moving breath. It can live inside a mind that has not finished thinking. Stillness is not the absence of everything. It is the moment you stop arguing with what is present. You can let the moment be what it is. You can let yourself be what you are. Tired, hopeful, unsure, softening, still learning, still worthy, still here. Breathe. There is nothing you need to prove with this breath. You do not need to show that you are spiritual enough. You do not need to create a special feeling. You do not need to see anything in your mind. You do not need to feel warmth if warmth is not there. You do not need to feel peaceful if part of you is still unsettled. You are allowed to be honest. Receiving begins with honesty. This is what I feel. This is where I am. This is what my body can allow right now. Honesty is enough. Breathe. Feel how the breath leaves. The body does not call it a failure when the air moves out. Releasing is part of receiving. You do not lose the breath, you complete it. Perhaps there are other things you are ready to complete in this way. A thought that has already taught you what it could teach. A worry that has been held long enough. A conversation that does not need to continue inside your mind tonight. A question that can remain unanswered until another day. You do not need to push these things away. Let them leave as gently as the breath leaves. No force, no anger, no demand, only space becoming available. Breathe. As the air enters, imagine that you are not taking more than your share. There is enough air. Your breath does not steal from anyone. Your rest does not steal from anyone. Your peace does not take peace away from another person. Your support does not make someone else less supported. You are allowed to receive what helps you remain alive, present, and connected. You do not need to feel guilty for taking in what you need. Let that rest in your heart. Your needs are not a theft. Your rest is not a theft. Your joy is not a theft. Your peace is not a theft. Breathe. Your chest rises. Your chest settles. The movement is simple. You do not need to add anything. The body receives. The body releases. You can let this rhythm hold you for a while. There is nothing you need to do right now. Everything can wait. The message can wait. The answer can wait. The decision can wait. The world can continue for a few moments without your hands on every part of it. You are safe here. Breathe. Perhaps your thoughts begin to slow. Perhaps they do not. Either way, you are allowed to remain. A busy mind can still rest inside a supported body. You do not need to clear every thought. You can let them become less important. They can move at the edge of your attention while the breath stays near. You do not have to enter every thought. You do not have to solve every thought. You do not have to believe every thought. You can hear the mind and remain with the body. The body is here. The breath is here. The surface beneath you is here. This moment is here. Breathe. Let your feet be heavy. They do not need to take you anywhere. Let your legs rest. They do not need to carry you forward. Let your back settle. It does not need to hold the whole story of your life upright. Let your shoulders soften. They do not need to prepare for tomorrow. Let your hands become quiet. They do not need to fix anything. Let your face rest. It does not need to show anyone that you are okay. You can simply be here. Breathe. If emotion rises, you do not need to be afraid of it. A feeling may come because you have finally become quiet enough to notice it. It may feel tender. It may feel heavy. It may feel like relief. You do not need to name it immediately. You can let the feeling have a little room. It is not asking you to become lost inside it. It may only be asking to be felt without judgment. Your breath can remain near. The surface beneath you can remain steady. You can feel and still be supported. You can soften and still be safe. Breathe. If tears come, they do not mean that you are moving backward. If no tears come, you are not doing anything wrong. There is no required response. Your heart has its own way of receiving. Sometimes it becomes warm. Sometimes it becomes quiet. Sometimes it feels tired. Sometimes it notices nothing at first. Every honest response is allowed. You do not need to create emotion to prove that these words reached you. You are here. That is enough. Breathe. Let the breath touch the places where you have been holding yourself tightly, not as a cure, not as a command, as a gentle visitor. It does not force the door. It waits near the opening. It brings a little movement, a little space, a little room for the body to remember that not every moment requires defense. You are safe here. You are allowed to rest here. You are allowed to receive this quiet. Breathe. You may have spent the day giving answers. Now you can receive silence. You may have spent the day carrying responsibility. Now you can receive support. You may have spent the day listening to other people. Now you can receive the sound of your own breath. You may have spent the day moving from one need to another. Now there is nothing you need to do. Everything can wait. Breathe. Let the breath be a small wave that reaches the shore and returns. It does not force the shore to move. It does not ask the sea to become still. It arrives. It touches what is there. It moves away. The next movement comes in its own time. Your breath can be like that. Your feelings can be like that. Your thoughts can be like that. They can arrive without taking over everything. They can touch the moment. They can move. You can remain. Breathe. You are not required to hold on to peace. Peace may come and go. You can receive it whenever it appears. You do not need to trap it. You do not need to fear its leaving. A peaceful breath still matters even if the next breath feels different. A quiet moment still matters even if the day was difficult. A kind word still matters even if you have known unkindness. Receiving does not require permanence. It requires presence. You are present now. Breathe. If you are still wondering whether you deserve this peace, you do. You always have. You did not need to become exhausted enough. You did not need to complete more. You did not need to carry everything perfectly. You did not need to hide every need. Peace is not arriving because you finally proved yourself. It is arriving because you have stopped pushing it away for this moment. Let that sink in. You do not have to prove that you deserve peace. You can let it rest in your heart. Breathe. The heart does not need to open wide. A small softening is enough. The body does not need to become completely loose. One place releasing effort is enough. The mind does not need to become silent. One thought becoming less urgent is enough. You do not need a dramatic change. This tiny shift is enough. Something gentle is here. You are letting it reach you. Breathe. Perhaps you can feel the difference between taking and receiving. Taking feels like grasping. Receiving feels like allowing. Taking may feel rushed. Receiving can feel patient. Taking may come from fear that there will not be enough. Receiving can remain open to what is here. You are not reaching into the future. You are not demanding more. You are allowing this breath, this support, this moment, this quiet. Breathe. The breath arrives. You receive it. The breath leaves. You release it. The body knows this rhythm. The heart can learn this rhythm. Care can arrive. You can receive it. A moment can end. You can release it. You do not need to close your heart because change exists. You can remain part of the flow without holding everything forever. Breathe. Let your body become heavier if it wants to. Let the surface beneath you carry more. You do not need to keep part of yourself lifted. You do not need to stay ready to rise. For this moment, you can settle. You can feel the quiet strength beneath you. It is not asking for anything. It is simply holding you. Receive that. Let your body be held. Let your breath be easy. Let the silence have space. Breathe. There is nothing you need to do right now. Everything can wait. You are safe here. You are allowed to receive this moment. You are allowed to receive rest. You are allowed to receive support. You are allowed to receive the simple truth that you do not have to carry everything alone. Let the breath arrive. Let it leave. Let yourself remain held, quiet, present, and open to whatever gentle form of peace is ready to reach you now. And now, as your breath continues in its own quiet way, you can allow a deeper truth to come closer. You do not have to carry everything to prove that you are strong. You do not have to remain tired to prove that you care. You do not have to solve every problem before you are allowed to feel peace. You do not have to hide your needs in order to deserve love. There is a part of you that may still be waiting for permission. Permission to stop. Permission to receive. Permission to let someone meet you halfway. Permission to believe that support can come without taking away your freedom. You can give yourself that permission now, not in a loud way, not as a promise that everything will suddenly become easy, only as a quiet opening inside you, a place where the old rules no longer have to control every moment. You have lived by many rules that were never truly yours. Be useful, and then you may belong. Stay strong, and then you may be respected. Do not need too much. Do not ask too often. Do not rest while others are working. Do not receive more than you can quickly return. Do not let anyone see how tired you are. These rules may have helped you feel safe once, but they have also asked you to leave yourself behind. You can begin choosing new truths. I am allowed to be supported without becoming less capable. Let those words come near. You are not giving away your power. You are allowing your power to rest beside something steady. A capable person can still need care. A wise person can still need guidance. A loving person can still need to be loved. A strong heart can still need a safe place to soften. Support does not cancel your strength. It gives your strength somewhere to breathe. You can remain powerful without remaining alone. You can keep your voice. You can keep your choices. You can keep your inner knowing. And you can let someone carry one part of the weight. I no longer measure my worth by how much I can endure. You have endured enough to know that you are strong. You do not need another painful lesson to prove it. You do not need another season of doing everything alone. You do not need another night of holding back tears because someone may need you in the morning. Your worth is not hidden inside your ability to suffer quietly. Your value is not measured by how long you can go without rest. You are not more lovable when you are exhausted. You are not more deserving when you are hurting. You are not more important when everyone depends on you. You matter when you are active. You matter when you are still. You matter when you are helping. You matter when you are receiving help. You matter when you know what to do. You matter when you need time. You matter when your heart is open. You matter when part of you is still afraid. I allow care to reach the parts of me that learn to expect nothing. Some parts of your heart may have become very quiet. They stopped asking. They stopped hoping. They learned to accept little because little felt safer than disappointment. They learned to smile when someone gave the smallest amount of attention. They learned to call confusion love. They learned to call waiting patience. They learned to call loneliness independence. These parts do not need to be judged. They were trying to protect you from wanting what might not come. But care can begin reaching them now. Care can reach the place that believed it had to be easy to love. Care can reach the place that believed it had to stay silent. Care can reach the place that thought needing anything would make people leave. Care can reach the place that became useful so it would never become unwanted. You do not need to pull these parts into the light. You can let warmth meet them where they are. You can let them know that they no longer have to expect nothing. They can expect respect. They can expect honesty. They can expect room to breathe. They can expect you to remain on their side. I give myself the support I once waited to receive from everyone else. This does not mean you stop welcoming care from others. It means you are no longer abandoned inside your own life. When you are tired, you listen. When something feels wrong, you notice. When you need time, you make room. When your heart says no, you do not force it to become yes. When your body asks for quiet, you stop calling that need inconvenient. You become someone you can lean toward. You become a safe voice inside yourself. You stop walking away from your own truth to keep someone else comfortable. You stop asking your heart to remain in places where it must constantly defend its right to exist. You stop treating your needs like interruptions. You begin to understand that self-support is not selfish. It is the ground from which honest giving becomes possible. When you are no longer giving from fear, your care becomes cleaner. When you are no longer giving to earn love, your love becomes freer. When you are no longer giving because you are afraid to say no, your yes becomes real. I welcome relationships where care moves in both directions. You do not need to be the only source of warmth. You do not need to begin every conversation. You do not need to repair every silence. You do not need to remember every detail while your own feelings are forgotten. You do not need to carry the whole connection on your back. Care can move toward you too. Someone can ask how you are and remain long enough to hear the answer. Someone can notice when you become quiet. Someone can respect the limits of your energy. Someone can offer without making you beg. Someone can take responsibility for their part. You are allowed to receive this kind of connection. You are allowed to notice when care does not move in both directions. You are allowed to stop calling one-sided effort loyalty. You are allowed to desire balance. Balance does not mean every moment is equal. It means your heart is not always the one left empty. I release the belief that love must be earned through sacrifice. Love is not a prize given to the person who gives up the most. You do not become more worthy by ignoring your pain. You do not become more lovable by accepting less than you need. You do not protect love by refusing to speak honestly. You do not keep love by becoming someone smaller. Sacrifice may sometimes be part of caring, but love that always requires your loss is not asking for care. It is asking for your absence. You are allowed to remain present inside love. Your needs can remain. Your dreams can remain. Your boundaries can remain. Your friendships can remain. Your private thoughts can remain. Your quiet can remain. You do not have to disappear to prove devotion. You can be deeply loving and still belong to yourself. I am ready to receive love that feels steady in my body, not love that keeps your heart racing with uncertainty, not love that makes you search every word for hidden meaning, not love that becomes warm only when you begin to pull away. You can receive love that feels clear, love that does not make you compete. Love that does not ask you to guess. Love that does not disappear whenever you speak the truth. Love that feels like room rather than pressure. Love that lets your breathing remain soft. Your body often knows when something is steady. You do not have to force yourself to trust quickly. You can notice what happens over time. Do words and actions meet? Does respect remain when you disagree? Does kindness remain when you are not giving? Can you be quiet without being punished? Can you be honest without being made to feel guilty? Steady love does not need constant drama to feel alive. It can be warm. It can be simple. It can remain. I allow my life to include help that arrives before I ask for it twice. You may have become used to repeating yourself, explaining the need, making the need smaller, waiting for the right moment, asking carefully, then asking with even more care. You may have learned that support comes only after you have proven how much you need it. But there are people and places where one honest request can be heard. There are moments when help can arrive without a struggle. There are situations where you do not have to beg for what is fair. You are allowed to notice the difference. You are allowed to move toward spaces where your voice is taken seriously. You are allowed to stop spending your deepest energy trying to convince someone that your needs matter. Your needs already matter. Your words already matter. You do not need to make yourself smaller before asking to be met. I let myself be seen without preparing to be rejected. Being seen may have felt dangerous. Someone notices your gift, and you expect pressure. Someone notices your beauty, and you expect judgment. Someone notices your tenderness, and you fear they may use it. Someone notices your need, and you worry they may leave. So you reveal only what feels safe. You keep your joy small. You hide your hope. You offer only the parts of yourself that can be used against you. This caution has protected you. But it may also have kept honest connection outside the door. You can choose slowly. You can reveal yourself in places that have earned trust. You can let one true sentence be heard. You can allow one honest need to be known. You can share one dream without explaining why it matters. You do not need to reveal everything. You only need to stop believing that your real self is impossible to love. The parts you hide are not shameful. Your tenderness is not foolish. Your hope is not embarrassing. Your need for care is not a flaw. I am no longer ashamed of wanting a softer life. Perhaps you were taught that softness was a luxury, that life is hard, so you should become harder, that rest is for people who have no ambition, that emotional safety is too much to ask, that gentleness will make you unprepared. But a softer life is not an empty life. It can still contain purpose. It can still contain courage. It can still contain growth. It can still contain hard choices. Softness means you stop adding pain where pain is not needed. You stop speaking cruelly to yourself after a difficult day. You stop forcing every answer. You stop treating exhaustion like an achievement. You stop believing that fear is the only thing that keeps you moving. You can be guided by care. You can be moved by meaning. You can be strengthened by peace. You can create a life that does not require you to recover from it every night. Wanting this does not make you weak. It means something wise inside you is asking for balance. I receive the right to move at a pace that respects my heart. The world may move quickly. Other people may make decisions quickly. They may know what they want before you do. They may expect an answer while you are still trying to understand the question. You are allowed to take your time. You are allowed to think. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to notice what your body says before your mouth agrees. Your pace is not a problem. You do not need to rush into trust. You do not need to rush into closeness. You do not need to rush into forgiveness. You do not need to rush out of grief. You do not need to rush your healing journey to make anyone else comfortable. What is real can meet you at an honest pace. What respects you will not require you to betray yourself for speed. I am safe to receive without becoming responsible for everyone. Sometimes receiving makes you feel visible. And visibility may bring a fear that more will be asked from you. If someone sees your strength, they may want you to carry more. If someone sees your kindness, they may come with every problem. If someone sees your ability, they may expect constant help. So part of you may hide your gifts to protect your energy. You can let yourself be seen and still set limits. You can be generous and unavailable. You can care and say no. You can be skilled without accepting every task. You can be loving without becoming responsible for everyone's feelings. Your gifts belong to you. You decide when and how they are shared. Receiving appreciation does not create a lifelong promise to keep performing. You can let someone admire what you bring without giving them unlimited access to it. I allow peace to become familiar, not suspicious. Peace may feel strange at first. When the phone is quiet, you may wonder who is upset. When work becomes easier, you may search for what you missed. When a relationship feels calm, you may fear that something is being hidden. When your body softens, you may suddenly remember an old problem. Your mind may return to tension because tension feels known. You can notice this without following it. You can say, peace feels unfamiliar, but unfamiliar does not always mean unsafe. You can let the quiet remain a little longer. You can allow the calm to become something your body knows. Each peaceful moment teaches you. Nothing terrible happened because you rested. No one stopped loving you because you became quiet. The world did not fall apart because you did not solve everything. You can let these moments become part of your inner memory. Peace can become a place you recognize. I receive the truth that I do not have to earn my place in every heart. Some hearts will understand you, Some will not. Some people will value your presence. Some may only value what you provide. You do not need to convince every person to see you clearly. You do not need to work for a place in hearts that remain closed. You do not need to prove your goodness to someone committed to misunderstanding you. Your energy is precious. Your love is precious. Your time is precious. You can offer them where they are received with respect. You can step away from places where you must constantly explain your worth. Your value does not disappear because someone cannot recognize it. A song remains beautiful even in a room where no one is listening. Your heart remains valuable even when it is standing before someone who does not know how to hold it. I stop asking unavailable places to prove that I am worthy. This may be a painful truth. You may have spent years returning to the same closed place, trying a better explanation, giving more, waiting longer, hoping that your patience would finally become proof. But a closed place may remain closed no matter how gently you knock. That does not mean you were unworthy of welcome. It means you were asking a place without room to hold what you offered. You can stop making your worth depend on that door. You can turn toward the places where care is possible. You can turn toward your own heart. You can turn toward people who respond. You can turn toward work that respects your life. You can turn toward quiet that does not punish you. You do not need one unavailable person, place, or outcome to confirm that you deserve to receive. You deserve to be met before they understand. You deserve warmth before they chan. You deserve peace even if the answer you wanted never arrives. I let my heart receive what is here instead of living only for what is missing. There may still be something you want, a change, an answer, a relationship, a new beginning, a sense of direction. Wanting is not wrong, but you do not have to place your whole life inside what has not arrived. There is something here too, a breath, a choice, a little time, a lesson you now understand, a person who has stayed, a place where you can rest, a part of yourself that is becoming more honest. Let your heart receive what is here, not as a replacement for your hopes, as nourishment while your life continues to unfold. You can hold desire without refusing the present. You can hope without abandoning today. You can reach forward while still feeling the ground beneath you. I am allowed to become someone who expects respectful care. You may have expected disappointment because expecting less seemed safer. You told yourself not to hope, not to ask, not to believe too quickly. This may have protected you from surprise, but it also made kindness feel unusual. You can begin expecting respect, not demanding perfection, not assuming everyone will know what you need. expecting that your no will matter, expecting that your words will be heard, expecting that care will not require your fear, expecting that healthy connection will include honesty, expecting that support will not be used as a weapon later. These expectations are not too high. They are signs that you are learning what safety feels like. I welcome support that leaves me more connected to myself. The right support does not make you feel lost. It does not pull you away from your own wisdom. It does not make every choice for you. It helps you hear yourself more clearly. It may offer perspective. It may offer rest. It may offer practical help. It may remind you of strength you had forgotten. But it does not become your whole identity. You remain the person living your life. You remain the person choosing. You remain the person listening inward. Support stands beside you. It does not replace you. You can receive what helps you return to yourself. I allow goodness to reach me without preparing for punishment. This fear can be very old. Something good happens and part of you waits for the cost. You laugh, then become worried. You receive, then feel guilty. You rest, then create more work. You feel hopeful, then remind yourself of every past disappointment. It may feel safer to lower the joy before life can lower it for you. But you do not need to punish yourself for receiving. A good moment does not require a painful balance. A peaceful day does not create a debt. A kind relationship does not need hidden harm to become real. An opportunity does not need shame attached to it. You can let something be good. You can let the moment complete itself without adding fear. You can allow the body to learn that warmth is not always followed by loss. I am ready to stop proving that I can survive without what I need. You already know how to survive without enough rest. You already know how to continue without enough support. You already know how to smile while carrying too much. You already know how to make yourself useful when your heart feels empty. You do not need to keep proving this skill. There is another strength waiting for you. The strength to admit what you need. The strength to receive without shame. The strength to let life become kinder. The strength to remain present when care arrives. The strength to believe that you can be supported and still be yourself. This is the emotional doorway before you now. You are not being asked to forget everything you have learned. You are being asked to stop living as though survival is the only truth. You are allowed to live. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to be met. You are allowed to rest before the end. You are allowed to enjoy what is here. You are allowed to trust slowly. You are allowed to choose carefully. You are allowed to be loved without earning every breath of it. And if a part of you doubts this, let it be here. You do not need to force belief. You do not need to argue with the doubt. Let it sit beside these words. Let it hear them. Let it notice that nothing is demanding an answer. Belief can come later. For now, possibility is enough. Maybe support can be safe. Maybe care can be honest. Maybe peace can stay a little longer. Maybe you do not have to carry everything. Maybe this tiny daily shift makes receiving feel natural because you are no longer asking your heart to open through force. You are simply letting one safe thing reach you, one true word, one respectful act, one quiet breath, one moment when you do not turn away from your own worth. You are enough to receive what is kind. You were enough before you understood how. You remain enough while you are learning. There has never been a version of you who had to become perfect before deserving care. There has only been a heart trying to feel safe. And now that heart can learn that receiving does not mean danger. Receiving can mean warmth. Receiving can mean balance. Receiving can mean staying connected to yourself while allowing something good to come near. Let this be the deepest truth of this moment. You do not have to become less of yourself to receive more care. You do not have to silence your truth. You do not have to surrender your freedom. You do not have to prove your pain. You can remain whole. You can remain wise. You can remain free. And you can be supported. After a bell is touched, its sound continues for a while. The hand moves away, but the vibration remains. It travels through the air. It becomes softer. It settles slowly. Receiving can be like this. A kind word may last only a moment, but its meaning can remain. A peaceful hour may end, but your body can remember the quiet. Someone may help you once, and the experience may teach your heart that support is possible. The good thing does not need to remain in the same form forever. Its effect can stay. You may have been allowing kind moments to touch you, but not allowing their sound to continue. A compliment arrives, and criticism quickly covers it. A peaceful evening arrives, and tomorrow's worry enters before the quiet can settle. Support arrives, and you turn it into a debt before the warmth reaches your heart. The moment was real, but it was not given time to remain. You can begin making room for the feeling after the moment. You can let the bell become quiet in its own time. You do not need to silence it. You do not need to strike it harder. You simply listen while the sound becomes part of the space around you. I allow kind experiences to leave a gentle mark within me. You do not need to remember every detail. You do not need to hold tightly. You can let the experience become a small inner truth. Someone listened, and I felt less alone. I rested, and life continued. I asked, and I was not rejected. I said no, and I remained safe. I accepted help, and I was still free. These moments can become part of what your heart knows. Pain has left marks. But pain is not the only thing allowed to shape you. Kindness can shape you. Respect can shape you. Rest can shape you. Honest connection can shape you. You can let gentle experiences become teachers too. There is another image that may help you understand this. Imagine a simple bowl resting beneath soft rain. The bowl does not chase the water. It does not reach into the sky. It does not force the drops to fall faster. It remains open. It receives what comes. It does not need to hold the whole storm. It only holds what fits. You can receive in the same way. You do not have to take in everything. You do not have to accept every offer, every opinion, every emotion, or every demand. You can receive what fits your truth. You can let the rest move past. A bowl is not closed because it has an edge. Its edge gives it shape. Your boundaries also give your receiving a healthy shape. They help you know what can remain. They help you notice when enough has arrived. They help you hold what supports you without becoming overwhelmed. I let my boundaries protect the goodness I receive. A boundary is not only a wall against harm, it can also be a quiet shelter for what matters. When you protect your rest, rest can remain long enough to help you. When you protect your time, meaningful work has room to grow. When you protect your heart from repeated disrespect, honest connection becomes easier to recognize. When you stop explaining every no, your yes becomes more peaceful. Boundaries create space. They keep every demand from entering at once. They allow kindness to stay without being crowded out. You are not closing life away. You are making room for what is healthy. I allow calm to become part of my normal life. Calm may once have felt like a rare visitor, something that came only after every task was finished, something that appeared briefly before the next problem, something you enjoyed with one eye still open. You can begin letting calm become more familiar, not constant, not perfect, familiar. A few minutes before you check the next message, a quiet meal, a slower answer, a walk without turning it into another task, an evening where you stop before exhaustion. These moments may seem small, but the heart learns through what happens often. Each time you let calm remain, you teach yourself that quiet is allowed. Each time you stop creating a new worry, you give peace more room. Each time you choose not to rush, you show your body another way to live. I receive praise as information, not pressure. A kind word does not mean you must become perfect. It does not mean you must repeat the same success forever. It does not mean you must protect someone's opinion of you. Praise can simply tell you that something you offered had value. You can receive that information. You can let it warm you. You can allow it to help you see a part of yourself more clearly. Then you can keep living. You do not need to become trapped inside the image someone has of you. You do not need to fear disappointing every person who has admired you. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to learn. You are allowed to remain human after being appreciated. I let help become a shared moment rather than a private shame. When someone helps you, you may feel exposed, as though they have seen something you wanted to hide, as though needing help proves that you could not manage. But help can also be a meeting between two people. One person has something to offer. Another person has space to receive. The roles may change tomorrow. The person receiving today may give another day. There is no shame in the movement. Life is full of exchange. No one carries every part alone. You can let help be part of connection. You can let it remind you that needing support does not separate you from other people. It makes you human among humans. I give peaceful moments enough time to reach my whole body. Sometimes the mind understands peace before the body does. You know that nothing urgent is happening, but your shoulders remain high. You know that you are safe enough in the room, but your hands remain tense. You know that the task is finished, but your thoughts keep working. Give the body time. Do not become angry with it for arriving slowly. The body may need several quiet moments before it believes that the demand has ended. Let the calm move down from your thoughts into your face, from your face into your throat, from your throat into your shoulders, from your shoulders into your hands, from your chest into your stomach, from your stomach into your legs. You are not forcing relaxation. You are giving peace enough time to travel. I let gratitude feel warm instead of urgent. You can appreciate something without fearing its loss. You can say, "This matter, she's to me," without holding it too tightly. You can feel thankful without turning the moment into a warning. Gratitude does not need to whisper, "Do not lose this." It can simply say, "I am glad this reached me." Let appreciation be warm. Let it spread without becoming fear. Let it remind you that you were present enough to notice something good. That awareness is its own form of receiving. I accept that some support will arrive in forms I did not expect. You may wait for care to look one particular way. A certain person, a certain answer, a certain outcome, a certain door. But support may come differently. It may come through a change of plan. It may come through a truth you did not want to hear. It may come through extra time. It may come through a limit that protects you. It may come through realizing that you no longer need what you once chased. You do not need to call every disappointment a gift. You can be honest about pain, but you can remain open to the possibility that support may exist outside the form you imagined. Sometimes what helps you most is not what you expected. I allow my life to support me through ordinary structure. Not every form of support feels emotional. Some support looks like a routine, a clear plan, a prepared meal, a reminder, a clean place to rest. A task divided into smaller parts, a decision made before you are tired. These simple structures can hold you. They can reduce the number of choices your mind must make. They can create room for peace. You do not need to wait for a powerful feeling. Practical care is still care. An organized corner can support you. A glass of water nearby can support you. Turning something off can support you. Writing one clear sentence can support you. Small order can become a quiet hand beneath your day. I welcome moments when nothing needs to be improved. You may spend much of your life looking for what can be better. Your work, your home, your body, your habits, your relationships, your thoughts. Growth can be meaningful, but a life that is always being improved can become a life that is never received. There are moments when nothing needs to be changed. You can sit with the room as it is. You can let your face be as it is. You can let the day be incomplete. You can let your feelings exist without turning them into a project. For this moment, you are not an unfinished task. You are a living person having an experience. Let yourself be received by the moment as you are. I let support become part of my memory, not only my hope. You may remember every time no one came, every promise that was broken, every moment when you needed care and received silence. These memories deserve compassion, but there may also be memories of support. Someone stayed on the phone. Someone brought food. Someone believed you. Someone gave you time. Someone respected your answer. You found strength you did not know you had. You made it through a day you feared. You chose yourself. Let these memories have a place too, not to erase what hurt, to remind you that your story contains more than abandonment. Your life also contains support. Some of it came from others. Some of it came from the world around you. Some of it came from your own courage. I am learning to hold good things without gripping them. The bowl receives water because it remains open, but it does not squeeze the water. It does not demand that the water stay forever. It holds what is present. You can do the same. You can enjoy care without trying to control another person. You can love a moment without making it responsible for your future. You can welcome an opportunity without making it prove your worth. You can receive peace without fearing every change. Holding gently is still holding. Loving freely is still loving. Receiving without control is still receiving. Perhaps it is the deepest kind. Let the meaning of this rest quietly within you. Something good can stay without being trapped. Something kind can matter without becoming permanent. A moment can nourish you and still pass. You can remain grateful. You can remain open. You can remain connected to yourself. There is no need to force the next feeling. Let the sound settle. Let the bowl hold only what fits. Let the quiet become part of the room within you. The night does not ask you to finish everything. It does not ask you to explain the day. It does not ask you to carry tomorrow before it arrives. The night simply makes space. You can let that space come closer now. Feel the surface beneath your feet. Your feet have carried you far enough for today. They do not need to take another step. They can become still. The toes can loosen. The soles of your feet can rest. The small muscles that kept you balanced can become quiet. I allow my feet to release the road behind me. The day has already been walked. You do not need to return to every moment. You do not need to change every step. Your feet can be still now. Let that stillness move gently into your ankles. They do not need to remain ready. They can become soft. They can receive the support beneath them. Let your lower legs grow heavier. The muscles can stop preparing to move. Your knees do not need to hold you upright. There is nowhere you need to stand. I let my legs be carried by the place where I rest. You are not drifting away from responsibility. You are allowing the body to stop working for a while. Tomorrow can meet you tomorrow. Tonight, your legs can be heavy. Your hips can settle. The body does not need to hold itself above the bed. Let more of your weight be received. You are drifting now, softer, quieter, safe enough for this moment. Let your stomach release the need to protect you from every unknown thing. It may soften a little. It may remain as it is. There is no pressure. Your breath can move through the body without being controlled. Air arrives, air leaves. The next breath can come when it comes. I give my body permission to rest without performing rest. You do not need to sleep quickly. You do not need to become calm on command. You do not need to prove that the words are working. Rest can begin before sleep. Rest can be the simple end of effort. You are no longer trying to reach a special state. You are letting yourself be where you are. Feel the lower back supported. It has carried your posture. It has helped hold you through long hours. It does not need to hold the day now. Let the surface beneath you take more. Let the body become heavier. Your back can receive support without checking whether it is deserved. I release the need to carry today into tomorrow. Some parts of today may still be unfinished. Let them remain unfinished. A conversation may still be in your thoughts. Let it wait outside this moment. A decision may still be unclear. Let clarity come another time. Tonight is not asking for an answer. Everything can wait. Let the shoulders settle. They have carried visible things and invisible things, other people's needs, your own fears, work that followed you home in your mind, words you wished you had said, words you wish you could take back. The shoulders can lower now, not because everything is solved, because nothing needs to be held in this exact moment. I let the night take the weight that does not belong in my hands. The night can hold silence. The night can hold questions. The night can hold the space between one day and the next. You do not have to hold all of it. Let your arms become warm and heavy. The upper arms can rest. The elbows can soften. The forearms can settle. Your hands have done enough. Your fingers do not need to reach. They do not need to type. They do not need to hold. They do not need to fix. Your hands can remain open. I allow my hands to become empty for the night. Empty does not mean lonely. Empty can mean free. Free from tasks. Free from holding. Free from carrying what cannot be solved now. Let the palms rest. Let the fingers become quiet. There is nothing you need to grasp. Feel the chest rise gently. Feel it settle. You are not counting. You are not controlling. You are receiving the breath that comes. The chest does not need to open wider than it wants. A small movement is enough. A soft breath is enough. I trust the quiet rhythm that continues without my effort. Your body knows how to continue through the night. You do not need to supervise every breath. You do not need to watch over every heartbeat. You can allow yourself to rest near the mystery of being alive. Let the throat become soft. There are no words you need to speak, no answer you need to prepare, no explanation you need to give. Your voice can rest. The silence can hold what you do not know how to say. I release the words that do not need to follow me into sleep. Tomorrow may give you better language. Tomorrow may show you that some words were not need. D. Tonight, your throat can be quiet. Let the jaw loosen. Your teeth do not need to hold tension. Your tongue can rest. Your mouth can become soft. You do not need to defend yourself here. You do not need to smile for anyone. Your face can become natural. I let my face rest from being understood. You do not need to show that you are fine. You do not need to show that you are strong. You do not need to show anything. The night does not require an expression. Let the muscles around your eyes become quiet. Your eyes have taken in enough. enough words, enough faces, enough light, enough movement. The eyelids can become heavy. Your eyes do not need to search for what is next. I allow my eyes to stop looking for problems. The room can remain as it is. The world can continue beyond your closed eyes. You are allowed to turn inward. You are allowed to become less available. You are allowed to disappear into rest for a while. Let the forehead become smooth. You do not need to hold every thought at the front of your mind. Thoughts can move farther away. They may still come. Let them pass without following. A thought about tomorrow, a thought about the past, a thought with no clear beginning. You do not need to enter it. I let thoughts pass without making them my work. The mind can offer a thought. You can leave it unanswered. The mind can bring a memory. You can let it move through. The mind can ask a question. You can let the night keep it. Nothing must be completed now. You are drifting, softer, slower, safe. Let your whole body feel the support beneath it, from your feet to your head. Nothing needs to stay lifted. The surface is steady. You can give it more of your weight. You can be held without knowing exactly how much you have released. I receive rest as a quiet gift, not a task. You are not working towards sleep. You are not chasing it. You are making room for it. Sleep may come slowly. It may come in waves. It may arrive while you are still listening. You do not need to decide. You can simply rest. I allow the day to end without judging how I lived it. You did what you could with the energy, knowledge, and feelings you had. Some moments were clear, some were difficult. Some choices may need care tomorrow, but the day does not need to be judged tonight. You can let it close. You can meet yourself with gentleness. I let quiet support me while I sleep. The quiet does not need to be perfect. A distant sound can exist. A movement can happen. Your body can still remain at rest. Quiet is not only outside you. It can be the part of you that no longer responds to every thought. It can be the soft place that says, "Not now." I am allowed to be unavailable to the world while I rest. You do not need to answer. You do not need to check. You do not need to remain ready. The people who matter can wait. The work can wait. The next step can wait. You are allowed to return to yourself. I let too. He night hold what I cannot solve. Some things need time. Some feelings need space. Some answers form quietly. You do not need to force them before sleep. Let the night become wide around the question. Let the question become smaller inside that space. You can rest without an answer. I welcome sleep without demanding that it arrive. You are not giving sleep an order. You are offering it room. A soft body, a quiet face, an unheld thought, an unfinished day allowed to be finished enough. Sleep may come near. You may already feel its weight. You may notice the words becoming softer. You may notice less need to follow every sentence. That is okay. You do not need to stay with each word. Let them pass around you. Let them become part of the quiet. You are drifting now, deeper into rest, softer inside your body, safe enough to let the day move farther away. You have done enough for this day. You do not need to earn the next breath. You do not need to earn the softness beneath your body. You do not need to earn the darkness around you. You can receive them. Let the night come near without asking anything from you. You are supported even when you are not moving. The bed carries you while you remain still. The air reaches you without being called. The quiet stays near without needing an answer. Support can exist without effort. You can let yourself know this in a deeper way. You do not have to carry everything alone. Some weight can be shared. Some questions can be given to time. Some feelings can rest until morning. Some tasks can remain outside this room. You do not have to carry everything now. You have permission to stop. Not because every task is complete, because your energy matters, because your body matters, because rest is part of life. You can stop before you have nothing left. You can stop because the day has reached its end. Care can reach you without becoming a debt. A kind word does not own you. Support does not remove your freedom. Rest does not ask for repayment. You can receive and remain whole. You can be grateful and still belong to yourself. Peace does not need to prove that it will stay forever. It only needs to be here now. Let this breath be peaceful if it wants to be. Let this moment be quiet. Let the body take what it can receive. You do not need to hold peace tightly. You can let it touch you and move through you. You are worthy when you are quiet. You are worthy when no one needs you. You are worthy when you are not producing. You are worthy while you sleep. Nothing about your value disappears when the day becomes still. You remain you, and you remain worthy of care. You can trust yourself to receive wisely. You can welcome what feels honest. You can step away from what feels controlling. You can let your boundaries remain near. Your heart can be soft without becoming unprotected. Your wisdom can rest beside your openness. You are allowed to let life become gentler. one part at a time, one choice at a time, one ordinary moment at a time. You do not have to make everything easy. You can allow one thing to become easier. That is enough for tonight. You are allowed to be loved without performing. You are allowed to be remembered while resting. You are allowed to belong without proving your usefulness. You are allowed to be quiet inside connection. You do not need to give everything away in order to remain close. You can let receiving feel natural, not forced, not dramatic, natural. Like allowing your weight to settle, like letting a kind sentence finish its journey, like opening your hands when there is nothing left to hold. This tiny daily shift makes receiving feel natural because you are no longer demanding that your heart trust everything. You are letting it trust one safe moment, this breath, this support, this quiet. You do not need to remember every line. One may stay with you. One may return tomorrow when you need it. One may already be resting somewhere inside your heart. Which line touched your heart the most? You can share it in the comments when the morning comes, if that feels right for you. For now, you do not need to find the answer. Let the question become soft. Let it wait. If these words helped you, you are welcome to join this space. There is room for you here, but nothing more is needed tonight. No decision, no action, no effort, only rest. The day is moving farther away now. Your body is being held. Your breath is moving quietly. Your hands are empty. Your eyes can remain closed. You are not waiting for goodness outside yourself. You are receiving the support that is already here. Let the final thoughts become light. Let them pass without holding them. You have nothing more to prove tonight. Nothing more to carry, nothing more to earn. Rest now in the gentle space between giving and receiving, where your heart no longer has to reach, and the night is already holding you.